Hello everyone, welcome to the Totally Well Show. I'm your host, Joyce Strong. The Totally Well Show is a place where we get curious, ask questions, and explore everything to do with health, wellness, fitness, and all the things it takes to help you live the highest quality, most fulfilling life. I'm here today with my guest, Teri Baydar, Dr. Teri Baydar. Welcome, Teri.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited to get to know you better.
Thank you.
So you can reach out to Dr. Baydar on LinkedIn. She's active on LinkedIn, and also a website, www.whitelilycoaching.com. So that's how you'll find her. Dr. Baydar does leadership, let me put my glasses on because I have some notes. Leadership development consultant, executive coach, and my favorite thing is she's a CEO whisperer, and I'm dying to hear more about that. First, I want to know what got you into this space?
Well, wellness got me into this space basically because I became, I've always been interested in this.
When you say this, in
personal development, leadership development, being our best self has always been something that I've been passionate about ever since I was very small. But I went about my life doing what we all do, and I chased wealth and, you know, wanted the great job, and I traveled and did lots of very, very cool things. But then I became very ill.
Oh, what happened?
And so I had something that nobody could identify. It just seemed to be systemic. And so I ended up with fibromyalgia. I had shingles also. I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. I stopped digesting food. You know, I got all bloated. I really thought I was dying.
Oh my.
And all the different specialists couldn't identify what was happening. And then I went to see a functional medicine doctor, and he did tests that ordinary doctors do not do.
Or even know about.
Or know, or have access to. And within the first test, he figured out that my liver had stopped producing L-glutathione, which probably had been going on for a very long time. And that all of this autoimmune breakdown, basically, was stemming from that. And once we started treating that, I started to get better.
What did you do with treatment? Do infusions?
No, I did a lot of powders and vitamins, some body work also, and then I got into some energy work. And
so a real holistic approach.
Very holistic approach, yes. And that's actually what led me to this. From the body work to the, you know, to the energy work, then I started to realize that I had become sick because I was not doing what I was meant to do. I was off track. And I really came to the realization that my body was telling me, if this is what you're going to do, we're going on strike. We are not going to help you and support you if you're not doing what you came here to do.
I love that your body knew. Your brain was kind of believing something else, and your body knew. So the brain really extends.
Yes. So I think, so I went back to school and did some studies, and then I opened up my private practice. I'm in West Roxbury in Boston, and I started from there. And
do you see people in West Roxbury in your office? Do you work with people remotely?
Both.
Okay.
Both. I do. I have people all over the world now.
Okay.
And I have people who come to me. I also offer the opportunity for companies to go to them. It's a lot more pricey. But it's also very nice also to work with teams. To help them get back to understanding their purpose. I also teach emotional intelligence. That became something.
As a class?
I do it as a class and individually. Yes, I do it as a sort of like a lecture workshop for business people in general. But I also do a self-empowerment workshop for the Center for Women in Enterprise, almost on an annual basis. That's about a 6-hour workshop.
That sounds wonderful.
And it's all about understanding who you are, who do you want to become, and staying on track with your sense of purpose and meaning as an individual and growing yourself. I believe from my own personal experience that when we're off track, that's when we get ill. As soon as I understood that I'm responsible for my health, I'm responsible for my well-being, and I'm responsible for my life, that nobody out there is defining me, it's me who's defining me, as soon as I realized that, everything changed. I found the doctors I needed, I found the practitioners I needed, everything just started to fall into place. I was unstuck.
That's what people say, the universe opens up to you?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Well, I felt like the universe just started logistically organizing it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very, very powerful because I had been so stuck and in so much pain for so long. It felt like, wow, you know? Yeah.
So you say, when I first met you, you said Dr. Teri, but you're not a medical doctor. You have a different doctoral degree. Can you tell me about your studies?
So I have a doctorate in divinity in metaphysics.
Okay.
And the difference is that it's not theology.
Yeah.
Like if I went to Harvard Divinity School, then I would get a doctorate of some kind, and that would be about theology.
Got it. Yeah.
So I went into something that's a little more avant-garde, which is metaphysics. What does that mean? That's so the energy practices. Everything from acupuncture to qigong to witchcraft is metaphysics.
Okay.
And I became, along with that diploma, I became a pranic healer.
Say that again. What?
A pranic healer.
What does that mean?
That's a type of healing that uses, it's Vedic, it's quite old, and it uses the different energy centers to transmute and change the energy in another person.
Is that chakras? Is that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So using the chakras, it's a lot like Reiki.
Okay.
You're aware of Reiki, I believe?
Yeah.
So
we've had some people on the show who do some energy work in different subspecialties. But
yes. Yeah. So that's so I got into that.
Yeah.
And then also meditation. So I teach meditation to all my clients that are up for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
My clients tend to be go-getters, so most of them need.
I'm touching your hands. You know why?
Why?
So it won't sound loud on the microphone. I don't want to drown out. I don't want to miss anything you're saying or have our guests. So.
All right. I'll try to hold still.
You can use your hands, but just don't bang them.
Okay. I'm very.
No, I love the hand, but I'm afraid that it's going to drown out your words. I don't want to miss a word.
They'll be tapping instead of words. Okay. So I kind of forgot what I was saying.
We were talking about chakras and talking about energy and how, with your schooling with
so I teach meditation as well.
Oh, that's right. Yes, yeah.
Yes, so meditation. And
what do you, when you teach meditation, what is that about? What type of meditation is it? Or
I use a very basic Buddhist traditional shamatha meditation.
Shamatha, okay.
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
It's kind of it's one of the first things you learn and one of the last things you do in kind of an evolution of all the different kinds of meditation that there are. There are many kinds, but I think it's the most appropriate for busy people.
Okay.
Because it's with the eyes open.
Okay.
And it's not about focus, it's about presence.
Got it.
And breath. And so you don't need to do anything. A lot of people think that when they meditate, they have to stop their mind, but it's about relaxing the mind and allowing. And most of us are so busy running around, just, swipe left, swipe right, swipe left, swipe right. And we skim across the surface of life without any depth of what we're doing, why we're doing it, that we lose out so much, and this is one of the best ways to reconnect with that.
I recently became familiar with a fellow named Sam Harris, and it sounds a little bit like the way he teaches it, because it was what I was learning was that you can actually be in the middle of a conversation or a business meeting and say, I need to meditate, and no one would know because your eyes are wide open and you're doing it there. Like he kind of baby steps you and acknowledges your thoughts are drifting. That's okay, no judgment, you know.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot that's been drawn from this traditional method. Yeah. I'm a bit of a traditionalist. Yeah. I'm also an all-faith minister, which comes with the degree. Yeah. And it's kind of that's kind of the whole deal. Yeah. And so in that, it's really about finding the best meditation to help someone get somewhere. It's not about being a great meditator. Yeah.
But it's a skill, I understand. It's something, it is a skill.
Yeah, but it's a practice, even more than a skill. We tend to think of skills as, oh, well, there's a performance attached to that skill. Yeah. This is not about performance. Yeah. It's like yoga. Yeah. I don't go to yoga class to be the best yogi.
To be done, like I'm here now. You're never here. You're never accomplished.
Yeah, I'm not going there to be super good at yoga. Yeah, yeah. I'm going there to enhance my journey. Yeah. And to be the best I can be. Yeah. And that's really where that's where I educate my clients from, that place. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah.
So, so of all the different things that you do, we were on the energy pieces and the meditation. You work one-on-one with people. You work in a corporate setting, so you do some education, but then coaching.
Yes. My private practice is my main activity.
Main activity. Okay. So, what do some of your clients take away? What do they get from working with you? What do you see as their benefit?
There's a lot of rushing around, like we talked about, and lack of presence. I work with high-level executives for the most part, and their biggest takeaway is having vision to see forward where they can go in their lives, but also for their companies. When I work with CEOs, one of the first things I will tell them is, if you do not scale yourself, you cannot scale your company. And we have a big startup innovation community in Boston and around Boston. And if you're not growing, you can't grow your company. You don't have the mind space and the heart space to do that. So they go away with a sense of vision. Also
for themselves.
For themselves, that extrapolates into everything they do, whether it's being a good dad or a good mom or being the CEO of a company or the CFO or the CTO or whatever. That it just helps them expand their mind to hold all that they have to hold and to manage it without going a little bit nuts. We demand a lot out of people of all levels now today. We're constantly on the go. We have so many tasks to accomplish in a day. Tech is actually helping us in one way and then hurting us in another way. So it's helping us be more efficient, but it also hurts us because in a way we're less effective. We're less effective on the level of who do I want to become in my lifetime, and what is the impact I want to have? How do I want to add value moving forward? And in order to do that, you have to know your values and dig into them. So going back a little bit to your question, because I kind of went off on a thing there. So they go away with things like increased ability to stay calm in stressful situations. They become inspirational because they gain a sense of this personal wisdom. A lot of that comes from learning emotional intelligence in a formalized manner, like it's a real training, and it takes time incrementally, so they always have to check in with me to see what they're doing and how they're doing. Kind of like losing weight, you know, you have to check in with somebody, like Weight Watchers.
For accountability.
For accountability,
Yeah.
And
So there are actually tasks or
Yes.
homework involved with
there's
it.
always homework involved. I
Yeah.
only see them every 15 days.
Yeah.
So and for 1 hour.
Yeah.
So in between, they
How
have,
long do they work with you for something like that? What
Oh.
period of time?
on average, my clients are 18 months to 2 years.
Wonderful.
And because what they're looking
takes
for,
time.
it takes time.
Yeah.
And it's all these incremental little steps. You have to change all these habits that are getting in the way.
Yeah.
So we work together to take out what's not working
Yeah.
and put in what works better, and to consciously curate that together
Yeah.
in a safe space. Where do you get that?
Yeah.
I mean, you know?
I've listened to a lot of people that do executive high-level coaching like you do, and one of the things that they said is, once you're at that level, who do you talk to? Everybody is looking up to you.
Yeah.
You're the boss. So who do you go to?
Right, and when do you get the space? When do
Yeah.
you take the time and the space in a safe place where nobody's going to judge you? Because your family and your peers will
You're the
judge-
boss. You're
yeah.
perfect.
Well, you should be at least.
But of course
Right?
not. But yeah.
Yeah, and so absolutely, it's that, and I have people who teach me still.
Yeah.
In you know, I continue
Well, all
to learn
good
and grow.
coaches have coaches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we
Or
do.
virtual coaches, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're,
Yeah, we
we're
do.
always growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Do you have any particular success story or example, without revealing anybody's identity, but something that you've been able to? It doesn't have to be a big thing, just something that's.
No, I think that one of my best stories is an executive that came to me, and he's a co-founder, and he's a C-suite executive, but people around him were telling him, "You're just too angry all the time." And so he came to me basically for the emotional intelligence element of what I could do. And now, and he was also kind of a little bit of a mad dad. So now he's completely stepped
Mad dad.
away from that,
Yeah.
which I'm particularly proud of that part of it.
Yeah.
Because it's not just when you're out there in control, being in control, but it's also when he naturally became a different kind of dad.
Wow.
And one of the things that I love that he implemented was that with his son, he put because he works a lot,
Yeah.
and he works a lot from home.
Yeah.
And so for his son to do homework with him, they made a little mini desk for him. So
Uh-huh.
they go up in the office together, and they do their homework together.
Oh, that's nice.
And I thought that was brilliant. And that came about naturally
Yeah.
from his personal transformation. And
It's interesting that you say that, because I just listened to something when you say technology can be good and bad. In the old days, the dad usually would go off to work and be gone, and the dad's not there, and so. But now there's this like ambiguity, because the dad is there and you're ignoring me, but you're right there. Yeah.
Yeah, so they do that together.
Yeah.
And also he's become the most emotionally intelligent of his team, of his C-suite team.
Oh, nice.
And he's the most aware of his own behaviors,
Yeah.
and the most aware of all the behaviors and behavioral interactions that are happening all around him.
Yeah.
You know, whoever that might be. You know, whether it's consultants or lawyers or whoever he has to deal with in a day.
Yeah.
He knows he can identify all of these patterns.
Yeah.
And I love that, because that means that he goes out and he starts to spread something because he's taken it in so deeply, and it's
Yeah.
such a part of him. And it's been united with who he is, and this new skill set have come together to make this whole new person who is no longer at all what he was, but
Yeah.
completely something different. Yeah. And I love to see all these little transformational processes that happen, and someone will come in and say, so I had one woman who was having difficulty at home, big executive, very, very busy, very brilliant lady.
Yeah.
And so we talked about some things and like about what she really, really wanted. And you know, after a few weeks, she did some homework and she came back and she called me effing Yoda. She said, "You're effing Yoda." And I was like, okay, what happened? I guess it's good.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you know what's special about Yoda is Yoda's a guide. Yoda's not the superhero.
No.
She's the superhero.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And you were just the guide, so you didn't tell her. She solved her problem, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah,
I want to be Yoda.
I don't, but that was one of my highlights. That was
Yeah.
one of my highlights. And also, you know, but I mean, I work with executives who will go out and ask for $80 million or something here, or, you know, go in and they do some very high-flying, scary things.
Yeah, yeah.
Or have this technical thing, and there might be a glitch in it, and there's $300 million riding on it, and you're like, and so we work with those, you know, really tense moments, and I actually really enjoy that in a way, because all of my clients we develop a very intimate relationship, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. We get to know each other really, really well. And then we have this 100% safe space. And to be with someone in that safe space and help them untangle something that I can see but they can't because they're in it, which is totally human, is such a privilege. I love it. I do. It just, it makes my day every single time. Every single time I get up in the morning, I'm like, oh, I have so-and-so today. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? And I
think
love
we
it.
feel like that about all of our clients. I'm intensely curious about magic wand. You could coach anyone in the world.
Anyone in the world?
Who would it be?
Oh, wow.
Dead or alive? I'd make it alive because then it's a little more scary because it's possible.
Donald Trump?
Really? And why?
Because I see what's happening
Yeah.
inside, and I see how disconnected he is.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, but he would have to want it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Let me see if I have any others. He's the one that first came to my mind.
Yeah.
Because I actually thought about it at one point. Like, it came to my mind at one point prior to this.
Yeah.
Who else? Wow. Anybody. Most corporate C-suites.
Yeah.
But
But a name. Who?
and I don't know. Oh, Elon Musk.
Ah.
Yes, Elon Musk.
Yeah, he's another one that has some something to dig into.
Yes, yes.
You like challenges, woman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I do. I like to be in that space where something is really, really happening.
Yeah.
And I don't go easy. I have to
Yeah.
remember.
Oh, you can't at that level.
No, and I had to remember that I can't say any bad words while I'm on television here. Because I do when I'm with my clients.
Yeah.
If
Well,
it's
they do too.
appropriate.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
it's
yeah.
appropriate to wake them up, stir them up. So my style is really a combination of ruthless love on one end
I love
and
that.
cuddling on the other end. Like this
Yeah.
this emotional cuddle.
Yeah.
Safe place where everything is okay.
Yeah.
But I will be ruthless in a very loving way.
You'll tell the truth.
I will tell the absolute truth.
Yeah.
And I will tell it at this level,
Yeah.
at this level, and at this level to
Yeah.
them. So like what's happening here, yes, it's true.
Yeah.
You know, whatever difficulties they might be having.
Yeah.
But guess what? There's other people
Yeah.
that are involved. You know, how does this impact your company, your family, and society?
Yeah.
Oh, what about the greater good?
Yeah.
How is that? What's happening there?
Yeah.
And so let's look at all three levels of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about you and how you're suffering. Because when we get locked into our own suffering
Yeah.
and wrapped up in it, we lose track of our path. We start to feel victimized. We feel sorry for ourselves. And there's a part where we have to, grow out of it, and then there's moments when we have to snap out of it. There's the compassion element of self-compassion, and then there's the self-indulgent element where you have to kick a little bit of butt.
Yeah. I think we lose power to change when we do that, when we become victim. And I think we can also become addicted to those emotions that keep hitting the dopamine, even though they're negative.
Yes.
At least it's feeling.
I'm impressed. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the trick is to switch also from understanding that you're addicted to some kind of dopamine hit.
Yeah.
And to switch from the dopamine hit to the oxytocin.
Yeah.
And bring in the oxytocin.
Yeah.
Because our society encourages the dopamine hit, but not the oxytocin.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So we're almost out of time. We have about 3 minutes left.
Okay.
And I usually end my show by asking people, just to tie in the title of our show, what top 3 things does it take for you, Dr. Teri, personally, to be totally well?
For me personally, staying in touch with my sense of purpose and meaning. When I lose that, I seem to lose traction on everything.
Yeah.
So it's my why.
Yeah.
Why?
It's so foundational what you do, yeah.
Yeah, so in that sense.
Does it change?
It grows.
Grows.
It morphs.
Got it, yeah.
It morphs.
Like
it's kind of like, it's this moving target that's,
Yeah.
you never really reach it, and to understand that it's not about reaching it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's about being on that path.
Got it, yeah.
Then you start to be okay with not reaching it.
Yeah.
So that's number one, is staying in touch with that, who I want to become, or what choices I want to make to be the person that I think I want to be.
Yeah.
And then I guess meditation.
Yeah.
Meditation is something I really lean on a lot.
Yeah.
To stay grounded, to stay in the oxytocin zone. That happy space, that calm, and to sort of stock up on the calm. So when you go out in the world, you can hold it and not have all the scattered stuff bounce you around so much. What would be the third thing? I think the third thing would be food. Really, really, really good food. Yeah, my illnesses have put me in a place where I eat only really organic foods. I'm almost completely paleo, and I do all my cooking at home.
So your food is your medicine.
Yeah.
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 Well, you are one beautiful soul.
Thank you.
So
are you.
I've learned so much from you today.
I've learned some from you too.
And I want to be confident and brave like you. So I always try to take something from people to not stealing it from you, but like
you can steal it.
but have it become part of me. When I see somebody that I look up to this way, and I can say, I want that to be part of me. So
Thank you.
yeah.
That's really sweet. You are brave, though. Look at you doing this.
Yeah, well, it's putting myself out there to try something new, and
Yeah.
and it's great for me and great for our guests, people who tune in and listen, and they'll be able to see this on the Groton channel at the end of April and also on demand.
Wonderful.
So
But,
thank you for.
I love what you do around women and confidence.
Oh, well, thank you. I hope
Yeah.
that you'll come to the
I
Confident
do.
Women and consider coming to speak, because I think you'd be an amazing speaker for us.
I would love that.
Yeah.
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 I would totally love that. Yeah.
We
Thank
get
you.
a lot of CEOs to come and hear your message. So thank you.
Thank you.
Also very much.
Bye.
And,